Hey guys, what is going on? It is me, BakuriBox12 here, and welcome back to another Realm of the Mad God video. So, it has been nearly 6 years since we got a new class in Realm of the Mad God, and that was the Ninja back in about 2012. And ever since then, an idea has been circulating around the community for a Samurai class. So far, the Ninja is the only character to use the katana. It was tailor-made for him. So what other Japanese-rooted class could we have that also uses a katana than the Samurai? Not only are they known to wield katanas, but they also have heavier padded armor. So in-game, we could throw heavy armor on them. It only seems fitting, right? I've thought about this. Countless other players have thought about this. I even have an old video talking about ideas for a Samurai class back when I thought I was original. It's been talked about a lot. And recently we've had some information leaked about what the new class is going to be, because that was one of the goals of Deca. In this next month of the Mad God, they want to give us a new class, which I'm totally excited for. Now, like with any leaked information, there's only so much of this that we can realistically believe, not just because it could be fake, but even if it is true, a number of these things are subject to change. So I'm going to take this with a grain of salt. The class that was leaked is currently unnamed. It's going to use a katana. It's going to use heavy armor. So far, we've got a perfect template for the Samurai class. But one thing I had always wondered when brainstorming about the Samurai was, what would its ability be? I think I came up with something about using a grappling hook of sorts to wrap enemies in, kind of like a long-range trap, only it's a lot more accurate, kind of like a scepter. The idea that's proposed here, however, is far more accurate to what the Samurai would actually use. What we have here is a sheath for the katana to be put into. When the ability is used, it's kind of like they're unsheathing their sword. It'll teleport about 2 tiles in whatever direction you're pointing, and slash its sword so that way all enemies within that area will be dealt a certain amount of damage and be given a new debuff known as exposed, which from the sprite that we're given appears to be something that reduces defense. Not quite an armor break, it's a reduction of defense, kind of like how slow is a weaker version of paralyze. I imagine that's what they were going for. It's got some pretty considerable damage at T6. It's about half of a T6 star, which is good because the goal of the Samurai, aside from being a good class overall, but also not be too similar to the Ninja to where you have no need to play the Ninja class. Don't just make the Samurai a ninja with heavy armor, and from what I can tell on these blueprint stats upon max, which he even tells us to expect changes on, they're going to lower his DPS in comparison to the Ninja in exchange for higher defense. 50 attack and dexterity as opposed to the Ninja's 70-70, 50 speed instead of 60 to make him slower. He is wearing heavy armor after all, that makes sense. 40 vitality is average, 25 defense is average, and 60 wisdom is a little bit less than the Ninja. A lot of people criticize the Ninja for not having enough defense to justify its short range, and so the Samurai class is the proposed solution to that, because now he's gonna have heavy armor. But even with that taken into account, that is still only 7 defense, which is good, mind you, but I don't think that's going to be enough to make him a tank. I think that this new sheath ability is going to have to give some defense too. Maybe +5 at the max tier. I think that would be fine. Not as tanky as a melee, but at least good enough to survive. One question that this new sheath idea does raise for me though, is what bosses it will be utilized against. My initial thought was that you would teleport about 2 tiles, and then you would deal damage between your starting and ending point. But it appears that the slash is going to travel way further than that. The act of teleportation here is more like a quick burst of energy. Imagine the force from your body pulling the sword out so fast that you actually generate a force that pushes in front of you. I think that's the concept that they're going here, because the damage at max distance for a tier 6 is going to be about 7.2. So in addition to the 2 tiles that you're teleporting, your damage will also travel about 5 more in front of you. I could see that working if that's how it's going to be. The one thing that has me scratching my head though is the sprite. This is a bloodthirsty leprechaun. This is not a samurai. Why is he green? Are they going to try and pull one over on us and call it the swordsman and not the samurai? This genuinely has me puzzled. Either way, true or not, I'm still excited to be getting a new class at all. I think it's well overdue, and I'm glad Deca is taking the initiative on that. The fact that they're going through with all of their promises is pretty commendable, and it proves that maybe Realm will actually get ported off of Flash soon, because that is one of their long-time goals too. So if they can do all of the baby steps leading up to it, I think they can really come through on all of their goals. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for this new class? Do you think it's going to be the Samurai, or do you think something weird's going to happen in the final moments leading up to it? Whatever the outcome, I patiently await it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, don't forget to check out the next episode whenever I post it, which will probably be soon. Alright. See ya.